Hi, and welcome on to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that have been linked with a summer transfer move to Arsenal. Did you know that on this day in 2001, we signed Sol Campbell from Tottenham Hotspur? Their captain came to Arsenal. I remember it like it was yesterday. It's glorious. It still traumatizes Tottenham fans to this day. I mean, Tottenham fans who weren't even born yet, right, are still traumatized by it. But you know what? It just showed you that in those days how ruthless we were, how aggressive we were in the transfer market. A real far cry to where we are now. Listen, we're getting better at the moment. But wow, look what we were doing in them. I think on this day in 2001 as well, we also signed Robert Perez, who went on to be a real Arsenal legend, you know. So, wow. I was just reminiscing on that this morning as we're talking about transfers and how things have changed over the years and how the transfer market has changed. I mean, look at the deal with Rafinha. You know, we've been trying to get Rafinha. We've been talking about getting Rafinha. I think back in the day we probably would have got Rafinha, but now he's definitely looking like he's going to be going to Barcelona. I saw a report, actually, for all these Chelsea fans that were laughing at Arsenal earlier on in the week and said that they gazumped us. I saw a report from Rafinha, saying that Rafinha apparently said he'd rather stay at Leeds than go to Chelsea and just wait on his dream Barcelona move. So that one's definitely been dead in the water for Arsenal. And also, interestingly, what the Ronaldo used yesterday, coming out, you know, Cristiano Ronaldo wanting to leave Man United. Wow. And all the United fans losing it yesterday. Their dream signing last year just goes to show that the mega signings don't always work out. Cristiano Ronaldo last year going to Man United, he did well for himself, but has that deal really worked out for them? You know, Man United didn't get into the Champions League places, didn't win the league, didn't win a trophy. Lukaku, 100 million, going to Chelsea. Now they've had to send him back out on loan. That completely flopped. Grealish, 100 million. That's not really been, you know, it didn't really work out. He didn't improve them in the league, didn't make them win the Champions League. So just goes to show it's not all about the big mega signings. It's about getting signings in that are going to fit what you are trying to do, fit the system that you are trying to come up with. And that is why Arsenal are really hot for this guy, Lisandro Martinez. Now, there is a lot of talk around today that a meeting has been scheduled. This is primarily coming from David Ornstein, the journalist from The Athletic, who's saying that a meeting has been established. A meeting is going to take place this week between Arsenal and Ajax for discussions around the signing of Lisandro Martinez. Number one target for Arsenal right now, but as we know, Manchester United also very, very interested in signing him as well. There's been reports that United have put in bids. There's reports that they're preparing bids. There's reports about reports. I mean, it does look like it boils down to one of the two clubs. Lisandro Martinez has apparently said to Ajax, I want to leave. And, you know, there's even talk that he's cutting his holiday short to fly in to see representative of Ajax to say to him, listen, I want to leave. My dream is to play in the Premier League, but where? Some people saying that the favourites to sign him are Manchester United. It seems it would be obvious because he's played under Eric Ten Hag last season. They won the league. He knows Ten Hag. The way Ten Hag, the players he's looking to bring in, seems to be all Ajax players or Dutch players anyway. So, you know, like Anthony and people like that. So he'll know a lot of the players as well. So he has that option. But there's also been a lot of reports that Arsenal want to play him as a left back. They don't want to play him as a centre back. And again, we were having this discussion the other night, me and Lee, when we were doing this show, where I was saying, you know, surely he's not going to come in and play as a regular centre back. And I'd worry about that, you know, as a regular centre back, only being 5'9" in the Premier League. looks like Arsenal definitely want him to come in as a left back. That's where they want him. And apparently that intrigues him. You know what I mean? He's very interested in that and would like to play that sort of left back, left wing back role. And he's very, very interested in doing that. So he's got a choice to make. It's Manchester United or Arsenal, because it looks like he's definitely going to leave Ajax. Ajax obviously happy, well, not happy that they're losing a player, but happy that they've got two massive clubs bidding away for this player. They're going to get absolute top dollar for him. But where will he end up? I think we're going to find out a lot about that this week as to where Lisandro Martinez is going to end up. Arsenal want to get him in before the pre-season tour of Florida, so they'll be looking to hopefully get something done this week, or we'll find out if he goes to Man United. Critical week for where Lisandro Martinez ends up. One player that we're not going to be getting is Aaron Hickey. Remember at the start of the transfer window, all the talk was about signing Aaron Hickey. He was going to come in as the backup left back. He's been scouted heavily by Arsenal, the Bologna player, Scottish international. However, he's on the move to Brentford. That news broke yesterday that he's going to be signing for Brentford for around about £14 million. So Aaron Hickey to Arsenal is not going to happen. And so, again, that's big indications that they've got their heart set on Lisandro Martinez. The Serge Gnabry rumours still flying around today, all over the press today. Lots of the press linking in with a move to Man United and Manchester City. Of course, a lot of this is the Man United links is to do with the fact that all of a sudden, the news, as I said yesterday, breaking that Cristiano Ronaldo wants to leave Manchester United. And obviously, you know, Serge Gnabry's out there. They put two and two together and said, well, if he goes, they'll try and get Serge Gnabry. If it boiled down to Serge Gnabry going to Man United and or Arsenal, surely he'd choose Arsenal. He's a big lover of Arsenal. But I think the problem is for Man United and Arsenal is that neither of us have Champions League football. We're talking about a world-class player. Look at Ronaldo. That's one of the reasons why he wants to leave Man United, is because he wants to play Champions League football. It's going to be similar for Serge Gnabry. Man City said to be interested in him as well. That always spells danger for every team. But I don't know. I still got a feeling that Gnabry could even end up staying at Bayern Munich. He's not certified yet that he's even going to leave. So we wait to see. That's going to linger on all transfer window. This one's going on for ages as well. Yuri Tielemans. Again, are Arsenal going to try and make a move to try and get him in before the start of the pre-season? He wants to come. I spoke about it on yesterday's show. Terms have been agreed. I don't know. I don't know. It's a strange one. Have they gone cold? A bit like the Aaron Hickey one, wasn't it? At the start of the window, it was Aaron Hickey. Then all of a sudden it went really, really cold. And now he's on his way to Brentford, and Arsenal never ever put in a bid for him. Will that be the case here? Or will Arsenal put in a bid? I really don't know. And certainly, you know what I mean, I was looking at it yesterday. Now, Arsenal played a behind closed doors friendly yesterday against Ipswich, which they won 5-1. Some good goals in there. There's a brilliant passing. If you've watched the highlights, brilliant passing there for one of the goals by Thomas Partey. It was good to see him back in action. They won 5-1. A hat-trick by Eddie Nketiah, so that was good to see. But listen, these are just early warm-ups. It was interesting that the first half was played predominantly by first-team players, and the second half featured mainly, well, literally all the under-23s. But I was going through a list of the players that started that game for Arsenal. I've got the list here. Leno in goal. Bellerin. Pablo Mari played. Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Pepe and Reece Nelson. How many of them are going to stay? 1, 2, 3. That's 6 players who started that game yesterday for Arsenal. I doubt any of them will be at Arsenal at the end of the transfer window. I mean, guys like Bellerin, who captained the team yesterday, He's on the way out. Pablo Mari, multiple teams want him. I think it's it's interesting, isn't it, that friendly yesterday, like hardly any of those players are probably going to figure at the start of the season. And again, that shows why Arsenal really now, let's get some of these players in, I don't know what it is with Arsenal. We just, we had all this momentum going, and it's kind of died over the past week. I think the Rafinha thing knocked us. Now Lisandro, Martinez. The reality of it, things are starting to hit in that, it's not just a loaning for these players. There's heavy competition for all of these top players that we're after, and we have to move quickly if we're going to get them done. We take ages even to announce a player. That's Arsenal. And as I said, when you look at back in the day when we did that Sol Campbell deal, when we were hyper aggressive, we were the alpha male. We were that big dog out there. Things have really changed. Wow. Listen, thanks for watching the show today. Don't forget to check out all of our excellent content today. The highlights of the Claude Cup semi-finals should be out later on. Make sure you check that out. That's going to be good. You can still donate to that great cause as well. Thanks for watching the show. I'll be back in the morning with another Transfer Daily. Big week ahead for Arsenal. Can we get some big